Welcome back to my channel. Just to hop right to it, this is video 2 of my Dua fragrance review. I'm just reviewing all the Dua fragrances in my collection because I feel like I own some of these that a lot of people may not own, and I don't see too many reviews of these specific fragrances. So I wanted to put my opinion out there just so if you were interested in buying this, you can have an unbiased review. Because unfortunately, sometimes the one thing I don't like about the Dua fragrance company as a whole is they censor their comments online on their website, because I have left a review, which I would do constructive criticism reviews. I don't just sit there and be like, this is the worst thing I heard in my life, this brand is garbage, this is no, but I am honest with my reviews. That way, somebody go on the page, they should be able to see that. So this fragrance is called In the Club for Him. This is part of their, and I'll put a picture on the screen if you can't see this, but it's part of the Encounter Scents group. They have a collection called Encounter Scents. One is like seduction for him, one is romance for him, and they have their female versions of the In the Club for Her, seduction for her. I think I can't remember what the other ones are, but I think there are 5 in the total collection. But out of the collection, I own 3 of them. I don't plan on buying the other 2 because they didn't entice me when I looked at what their notes were and what they were categorized as. This is categorized as an Oriental Fougere, so to any of you who that matters, okay? I don't even know what that really means. But this is a little note card because we're on a budget. I'm just going to spray it so y'all know how it smells. And you can see the atomizer, hopefully. And most of these, oh, Lord have mercy. Most of these Dua atomizers are pretty good and strong. Now, I'm going to tell you this. That first thing that hits you off that first initial waft is, and oh my gosh, hold up. This is strong, y'all. This is strong. I've had this fragrance for a couple of months, and so, it has macerated, it has a sat. I will say one thing about this, because not all Dua fragrances have this. Some of them, my God, this is tearing up my nose. Some of them have a tendency to not smell completely blended at the beginning, which is why some of them need to macerate. And I never understood, and I said this in the previous video, I never understood what it really meant when people said like, oh, this doesn't smell, a certain fragrance doesn't smell as high quality. I feel like that quality, because I was like, okay, I have smelled cheap fragrances. I'm like, this just don't smell good. But I'm like, the Dua fragrance brand, I feel like some of their fragrances out the gates just smell really good, really blended. Is when I'm saying really good, yes, they smell good overall, but all the notes smell blended. They don't smell like they're fighting for one another. Now, in the previous one that I did, I said that at the beginning of them, they smell like they were fighting. This one is its own creation, so it's not a hybrid or a tribrid or a quadbrid that the Dua does, so it just smells pretty good. But the first thing that hits you is the pear note. I'll read off the notes. I don't know anybody that actually smells all of the notes in these fragrances, but there's pear, lavender, mint, blood mandarin, cinnamon, clary sage, tobacco, myrrh, patchouli, tonka bean, vanilla, amber, and white musk. I don't ever get a vanilla in here, and I know vanilla is probably supposed to be on the dry down. This does smell so okay. Y'all thought I was gonna say so good. It smells okay. I think the beginning is pear and lavender. And personally, I like the smell of real lavender that you like grow out in the garden. But a lot of fragrances that try to mimic a lavender smell, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Okay, start to smell better. Now, this one, you see there's not a big dent in it because I don't pick, once again, some of my Dua fragrances, you'll know the ones that I really, really use because I have a lot of fragrances. I think my whole fragrance collection as a whole, I've dwindled it down. It used to be 75, and then I got rid of a lot. So I think last time I counted them at 45. I think so. I think in total I'm at 45. Not including like small decants. I think I have like 20 different decants, but I should really just throw those away because I don't even use them. Anyway, sorry to ramble on. I'm gonna have to put a timestamp to when I really start talking about this fragrance. But once again, first thing that hits you is that pear and the lavender. If you're not a fan of pear, then you may not like it. I think that this, like, if sometimes it's come and it's dried down some, and it's actually smelling really, really nice. I think I could pick up on some of the cinnamon now and a little bit of the tobacco. I'm not a huge tobacco fragrance lover. I think if it's just a little bit in there, and that's one of the reasons why I actually can tolerate this fragrance, is because there's a little small hint of tobacco, but it's not a lot. That's why I like Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. I smelled that. I don't like it because it's too much. I don't like. But this one actually smells okay. I like this. Once again, I never, even in the dry down when time goes on, I never get any of the vanilla. I really don't get any of the tonka bean. What does white musk even smell like? This is once again, do they even sell it in the 100 milliliters? Oh, they do. Okay then. Well, I won't be purchasing it. If you ask me would I repurchase this, no, I wouldn't. Not because it doesn't smell good. It's just I was expecting more from it. There was one other review that they said this has a little bit of they say it smells like it's in the family of the Paco Rabanne 1 million. I don't agree. I feel like this does its own thing. I have gotten compliments wearing this at work before, and that's really the only place I've worn this. It does smell good. I think as it sits over time, I think I would not rate this. I think I'd rate this a 6.5. Not that it smells bad, but it's not impressive to me to want to purchase it again. Once again, as it dries down, it's starting to develop and smell pretty good, but I don't know. I'm gonna wear this more out. Like once again, I'm making a list. The reason I'm doing these videos is because I'm trying to test out my duo fragrances in a variety of settings. And in the upcoming months, I'm gonna be in a lot of places. And to anybody watching this video, I want to say that I've made some comments on some other people's fragrance channels because there are so many people just reviewing their own thing. And I think a lot of people need to get outside and do stuff because so many people get fragrances just to get compliments. If you're gonna sit over here and be honest. I've gotten a lot of these just because I like them. Okay, this is starting to actually smell better than initially. Okay. Okay. I actually will put this as a 7. I'll put this on the same boat as the last video that I did. Well, the other one I gave it like a 7, 7.5. But it's different. It's like a different type of 7 than that 7 is. I feel like that one's a lot more welcoming to anybody, whereas this one, I wouldn't necessarily wear this everywhere. And I know fragrance is very subjective. You have the opinion to wear this wherever you want to wear it, however you want to wear it. I'm not the type of person that, like, if I wanted to wear this during the summer, the spring, the winter, the fall, I would wear this. I'm not one of those people that are just seasonal specific for what I want to wear. I'm going to wear what I want to wear when I feel like wearing it. But would I necessarily repurchase this? I'm not. And I'm probably going to have this for a while because I don't wear it a lot. But what I was trying to say is that what I'm going to do is, for this series, I'm wearing the fragrances for a whole month. Like every day for a whole month. And I'm going to be going out and doing a lot of different things in a whole lot of different settings. For this year, it's a really packed and busy schedule. So I'm going to get other people's impressions of what they really think of this fragrance. I've got somebody, I just gave this fragrance to a friend and let them smell it and they liked it. So once again, I don't think it's a bad smell that anybody would actually dislike. Because once again, it doesn't smell bad at all. It doesn't smell bad. And once it has sat, it smells really good. And I'm not going to hold you. I honestly feel like, even though I hope this doesn't sound conflicting to you, but I feel like this specific fragrance, you know how certain complex fragrances, some people may be off-put by them. Certain niche fragrances, people may be off-put by them because just how complex it is. I feel like this fragrance could, if this was put in another bottle and marketed by another company, they could get away with this being niche because I feel like it doesn't smell like I have a lot of fragrances and this one doesn't smell like anything else in my fragrance collection. It is different to me. Even though the notes may not be very special to y'all once I read them, when you smell this thing all together, I have an appreciation for owning this. I wouldn't necessarily purchase it again, and I'm not going to purchase it again. Unless, as time goes on, sometimes people nose matures or it changes and they have just fallen in love. But I don't dislike this fragrance. I don't feel a type of way about buying this fragrance. I think it does smell good. For the month of, For the month of April, I'm going to be doing the other one. For the month of May, I'm going to be spraying this one every day to see how I feel about it. But it does smell good. I can't hate on it. It does smell good. Anyway, yeah, so would I recommend this for you? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I would say no, this is not blind buy. If you can get a decant of this and smell it first, do that. The previous video that I did with the Dior one and the it was the Sauvage of Casino Royale, the Dior and the Casino and the Baccarat Rouge 540 straight combination. Oh my gosh, just on the counter, so I should whatever. But that was very much, I wouldn't be like blind buy really. For the most part, Except if you don't like Dior Sauvage and you don't like Baccarat, then you probably won't like that because of the combination of the two. But this one is not blind buy worthy because it does smell very good. But oh, actually, okay, a little bit of the vanilla. Okay, I've never smelled that. You know, I haven't worn this in probably like 2 months. So the vanilla is actually starting to kick in. This is actually smelling better as it dries down. Okay. That's surprising me. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me smell the other one. This is the one from the last video, the Casino Royale. Okay. I actually like this a little better than the... wait a minute. Okay, this is going on too long. I'm sorry. It's surprising me because I feel like it's starting to change a little bit and it's starting to smell better. Let me spray this on skin. I'm sorry. Let me give it a second. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say this last part, and I'm sorry this video is very long. You could, click off now if you don't. I am not one of them people that really feel like on skin, a lot of fragrance just morph into like something completely different. I feel like the key of heart of what that fragrance smells like on paper that I've done, it smells just about the same. Okay. Yeah. So the thing about it is, the beginning part is the same. Like I said, when I sprayed it on this tester strip, when you first spray it, you get pear and lavender, and that's what stays. But the pear note don't stay long because the dry down on the tester strip has it's more cinnamon, vanilla, and a little bit of pear, I guess. Yeah, okay. The pear dies down. It's still there. But the cinnamon and the vanilla come in on the dry down and makes it smell a lot better. Okay, I like this. I do. I do. Let me stop. No, I do. I was trying to see how I feel about it, but I feel like it's one of them fragrances where the first beginning of pear is okay. It's just okay at the beginning. But once it dries down to this does what it needs to do. But anyway, this is probably way too long of an explanation. But I'm trying to give y'all an honest review and not like sugarcoat it or be done with it because I feel like a lot of this fragrance thing, it's like, especially in the Dior brand, it's very easy for the diehards to just be like, everything is great. No, it's not. I would not blind buy recommend this because you may not like this. I'm starting to like this more. Why did I smell my arm, my wrist as if that? Okay, yeah, it's starting to a little bit, but it takes a couple of minutes. Like, what was it, like 5 minutes now? That after it starts drying down, it smells the truth. So I don't feel a way for buying it. I won't be repurchasing it, even though it smells good. It's just not something that blows my mind away. Even though it smells really good right now, it doesn't blow my mind away to repurchase this specific one. So, if you were going to force me to like, what would you do? I would say skip this one. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on some future videos.